Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion regarding the ongoing challenges being faced in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum within the education system. Honorable Speaker, there is great anxiety among parents, among pupils, among students, among people across the country over the implementation of the competency-based program, more particularly the aspect dealing with the junior secondary schools. And Honorable Speaker, because I'd moved initially when I sought leave, let me indicate that it has been reported, and it is common knowledge, that so many of our pupils who are in Standard 7 across the country are being registered by their parents to do Kenya Certificate of Primary Education as if they were in Standard 8, simply because parents and pupils are anxious about what is happening. Honorable Speaker, there is lack of capacity for optimal operationalization of the system, given the state of infrastructure and in the public schools, and of course personnel. Honorable Speaker, I think this thing is being operationalized across the country. When you go to MUTEMBEI town constituency, Honorable Speaker, you have a single teacher who are recently recruited being posted in each and every primary school where the junior secondary school is domiciled. And Honorable Speaker, we all went to secondary school. The teachers in secondary schools are people who are trained in specific areas. If you're a teacher of CRE, it may be CRE and history, or English and literature. We have a situation where there is a single teacher trained in English and literature posted to a school as the sole teacher in that secondary school, and is being required to teach, Honorable Speaker, 12 mandatory subjects plus 2 optional ones. So you can imagine a teacher trained to teach history, and then this teacher who never interacted with mathematics is to teach mathematics, is to teach physics, is to teach home science, is to teach chemistry, is to teach biology, is to teach computer studies as an option, is to teach all those courses. We have a situation where, because of that, parents don't have clarity about where this CBC program is ended. And no wonder we have now a situation where Standard 7 pupils are well dressed, Honorable Speaker. They wear very beautiful neckties. They are wearing trousers. In the same school, the Standard 8s are wearing some shorts, very old shorts. And you have a secondary teacher whose head teacher, Honorable Speaker, is the primary teacher. Essentially, we have a situation in the country where we are pretending to be implementing a program. And I'm happy Honorable Mboko Milembas is listening keenly. But no meaningful learning is happening in the country. And Honorable Speaker, I know previously there were attempts by this House to discuss the whole matter of CBC. But each time the House had this motion before it, some Kenyan went to court, and so we were strangled by the issue of sub judice. I want to request that there be proper review. If we are going to implement this program, and Honorable Speaker, I'm saying I have no problem with CBC if it is deemed fit for this country. But let there be proper facilities. We don't have facilities in those primary schools where the junior secondary school is domiciled. And look, we thought all primary schools will be implementing this program. But what is happening now, in my constituency, the constituency I represent, not all primary schools are offering the curriculum. So you get some primary schools have been allocated. These schools don't have sister secondary schools. And so you have pupils floating there, not knowing whether they are secondary school students or not. It is chaotic. If we were bold as Parliament, I would have recommended, Honorable Speaker, that we have a serious relook as government. For the first time, we have something affecting the education sector, a matter over which Parliament, as the House of Representatives, have not properly deliberated in terms of policy and in terms of even the framework that is governing it. If it were upon me, this thing would have been stopped and we have a review. Honorable Speaker, we did our studies under the old 844, not this one which was diluted later. Honorable Speaker, by the time I was done with Standard 8 in the old 844, I had done arts, we had done craft, we were carving, we were doing necklaces as beautiful as the one our Honorable Speaker is wearing now. We had done tie and dye, we had done embroidery, we would do patterns, we were cooking ugali ya wimbi and chapati. Honorable Speaker, we were doing agriculture and animal husbandry. We knew what fertilizer to apply on what crops and how to apply it and at what time. We knew how to do compost manure. We knew mulching, propping, staking. I would look at any animal, Honorable Speaker, and determine with near 90% probability the disease it was suffering from. We knew how to castrate bulls. We would deworm cows. We knew what cow needed a bull just by look. Honorable Speaker, we were so enriched that you would finish your Standard 8, you do your KCPE, and you go and you start your agriculture somewhere. Over time, we diluted that. I would have wished that Kenyans be listened to before this implementation, and I don't know why this rush. It is unfortunate we are where we are, but I'm grateful for this opportunity that we raise this matter as the representatives so that these challenges can be put together. And Honorable Speaker, I believe the Ministry of Education is watching. Today, I want us to talk about these challenges. But if they cannot be picked by the ministry for the good of all Kenyans, I would not mind this House of Representatives resolving that we stop this CBC and we continue in a form of education that give meaning to the children of the poor people. Honorable Speaker, do you know what is happening now? For those of us who have money, our children are going to private schools now, and they're going into international schools. For those who could maneuver, their children, and Honorable Meli will confirm, are being registered to do Standard 8 before they do Standard 7. The people who are suffering, Honorable Speaker, are the children of that poor person who can only go into a public school. I want to request members that we deliberate, we discuss this issue dispassionately. If there are issues which can be picked in terms of bettering the program, we do so. One of the things we must insist on is that if we are going to have junior secondary schools, then, Honorable Speaker, we must have sufficient number of teachers with necessary expertise to proceed. Honorable Speaker, with that so that members can have enough time to deliberate, I beg to move and I urge the support of members so that we can inform the implementation of the competency-based curriculum and more particularly the junior secondary school. I move, Honorable Speaker.